Don't be sad that it's over. Be glad that it happened. Be happy that it happened. Be grateful that it happened. Because it taught you how to deal with a lot of things. And I don't care what it is, whether it's a relationship, a friendship, or even if you lost someone. Be grateful that you had this relationship. Whether you broke up with that person on good terms or not. Be grateful. So why be grateful? Because you learned something new. You knew more about yourself. You rediscovered your essence. You rediscovered your personality. That's what we are going to talk about today. As usual, we press the record button, regardless of all the noises around me, and we just talk. So yesterday, all of a sudden, 2 a.m., I decided to open my old email. That old email was connected to pretty much all my old accounts on Twitter, currently X, Facebook, IG, everything. So I opened up the inbox and I started to randomly write the names of the people that were close to me, including the people that I spent a lot of time with. Like, you can't imagine. There are some people that on a daily basis we were together. So, long story short, I pretty much teared up. Or I felt like, not teared up, but got emotional a bit. Because these people now, some of them are having their own lives in a whole different country. Some of them just got married. Some of them are still in college. And it's pretty amazing to see how this life is so amazing in many ways, that everyone got a story and everyone is unique. Everyone got a unique story. Everyone is experiencing life from a way that is so different from the other. Everyone is so unique. Like, I remember yesterday seeing, a direct message from a person that I helped a lot, and I mean a lot, throughout the years, over 10 years, without expectation of something in return, but you just love to feel that you are being appreciated. At that time, I felt that I'm appreciated by that person. But looking now, that person left my life in a way that is not so good. A way that it wasn't that pleasing to me. So I just paused and say, how can someone after all these years just do that to you? And my answer to myself was, things happen. It is what it is. You don't know the whole story, or even if you do, sometimes things happen. So you gotta deal with them. And sometimes it's hard to deal with things like that. But something that I noticed is that the childhood trauma that I had back in the day, and I didn't realize that it was affecting me as an adult, was showing up every time. And that's why I'm telling you that your concept of self, or your beliefs about yourself, is the most important thing. Because when this happened, or when all these circumstances happen, I feel like it's connected to that trauma because it's the same. Never mind, the door is ringing. I'm still talking here. So, when that happened, I realized that if I solved that trauma and I just sit down and communicate with myself, I would have gone so far in terms of relationships and friendships in a good way. Why? Because that block that was blocking me from being myself would not be there. It would not be existing. So I would be free. And when I would be free, I would be more of myself rather than trying to please people, being a people pleaser, being the nice guy. No, I will be a good person, but at the same time, I would just be myself. If something is not pleasing to me, I would say it. You know what I mean? So when I discovered that, and when I saw these messages yesterday, I also discovered that I'm better than I thought in terms of a lot of things. In terms of how I represent myself, even though I have, sometimes you become hard on yourself, but you don't realize that people see you from their eyes, are seeing you as someone who is good, who is great. Sometimes, and sometimes you tell yourself a certain story to believe that they don't like you, but they do. So right now, when I'm, kind of solving these traumas, I started to see that these people actually liked me for myself, not because they wanted something from me. Even though back in the day, I told myself at some point that they are using me. There might be some truth to that, but they liked who I am. Even if someone wants something from you, he won't be dealing with you if he doesn't like you. Just know that. So, yesterday was an eye-opener that I've came this far from a long road of depression, of loneliness, of saying to myself that you are depressed, when the truth is, you were making yourself depressed. Because I remember one of the best times of my life was when I was going to the streets more often, and at the same time I was focusing on my physical well-being and doing something creative. So the day was actually so fun to experience, to go out, to do this, do that, interact with new people. That's what I'm encouraging you to do. I'm encouraging you to do something new. Go out. When you remember these people that were close to you, be happy that they were once in your life, because you don't know. Maybe in the future they will tell you what happened, what really happened, that made them do what they did. So, what I want to tell you is, try something new. Get out of your comfort zone. Go on a one-day trip to anywhere. See new people. Say hi to that person in the street. Say hi to that girl that you like. What's the worst thing that can happen? She would say no, right? No problem. You gain experience. The more you do it, the easier it gets. That's it. And also, thank you for the almost 500 subscribers. I really appreciate you, and I will see you in the next video.